beaucoup de things they will learn at table. From that Chinese man. But you know, yeah, I think, is it humor? Or I don't know how to put it on. Salon people, everything now they take make fun. I mean, they say we're not resilient people, not so. Because when that Chinese case been boss, all kind mimi you be see people and they do. Say Jet Li they calm and everything. People later can make fun. But at the end of the day, we see the other side and shake hand. Come out today, we see Leone starts winning. At the end of the day, they turn them to politics. Get people that will say they're not glad because of the presidency and be get the key. So I be locker. So man say no, the president never talk so. Eh? La Salonia. Only Sheko. You don't know. But anyway, let we begin for calm with panelists them. Make we hear waiting, then get for we. Begin calm with your panelists then now. Make we hear waiting and get for we. Now go no side. Yourself go get opportunity for make your voice be heard. We will open the phone line. It's Saturday. So as it monitor you, now so yourself go talk about them. Make you come with Usman Toli. Make we hear waiting a get for we today. Yes, Usman Toli, welcome on board, sir. You get the platform.
Hello?
Yes, sir, you there live, sir. You get the platform, sir. Well, let me correct you. It look like, say, you know, the area.
Okay, first, I just greet everybody and welcome back everybody in the program. And also, I just want to take this opportunity for congratulate Sarah Network for the new office where they're now open a salon. And also, welcome back. We CEO AAA. To be honest with you, we really missed the program. We very, very pleased for get you and get everybody back on board. To start with, from all the topics that we lay on our table today, I just want to talk on three of the topics that we have to say that interest me most. One, I want to talk about the qualify way Sierra Leone qualified at the Nations Cup. Secondly, I will go back and talk about the third wave of COVID-19 at Salon, respect to the restrictions them where the government don't update. And then finally, I will talk about the ACC in concluding remarks on the investigations on the office of the First Lady at Salon. Now then three topics here I go want to talk about, but what I will do, I will start with the football side where Salon qualified for the Nations Cup. AAA, believe me, sports, now one of the events them we go up for unify we in our country day. And Nati way I've been on talking on this program before. If anything they will go help for bring unity in our country in our sport. We all see where Leone Star qualify for the Nations Cups. We see the amount of gladi. We see people the way they may get differences, especially where politics beyond divide come together for jubilate for the country, for the love of a country. So as I've been said before, AAA, we therefore put more emphasis, the government therefore put more emphasis on sport, and therefore put money on sport. They make a lot of things them where they happen at the country, where they raise tension at the country, they help reduce that tension there. And now when we see on this Nations Cup where Salon just don't play against Benin. Having said that, AAA, we don't want to let the politicians them use the sport for their own selfish interest. We don't want that to happen. We're going to say kudos to the president for a motivational spirit. We know say to a very large extent, it motivates young players them with some intrinsic as well as extrinsic motivation, will lead to a large extent for win the Cup Day. We also tell Slafa thank you for the tremendous effort where they make for how we help for how we qualify for the Nations Cup. But as I say no more, we know we'll use that for as a stepping stone for use for their own selfish interest, which is about politics. We see even the first gentleman, when the president, they can't talk say, I hold the key for the sport na salon. I think say, there is some political motivation there, some sort of campaign inside, which I think to me, I don't feel say necessary. What is more important here, we will give credit for the fact that Nain can revive politics, Nain can revive sport in our country. But let's not use them as a stepping stone for promote and political agenda in our country. But overall, we're very pleased with the performance of the young players then. If you consider, the last how many years sports activity in Salon, especially football, the morale they don't go down. So we see the young man and come back, then can perform tremendously. So kudos to the team and all the staff, as well as the president for that motivation we make for the country. So now that number I want to say in terms of Sierra Leone qualify for the Nations Cup. Another interesting topic will really motivate me for come today for can talk about now the third wave of COVID-19 with respect to government then restrictions then where then come upgrade. So far so good. I've looked at the measures them where they don't come up with. Only I think 3 new ones them where I say make a lot of sense. Because all the other ones that we may see, and most of them, I think the way we only exist anyway. It's just that the compliance level was quite low. People don't really comply. Things like face mask. They all along from where COVID-19 started in that country, we know say face mask. It only they all along hand washing and all that thing and they all knew. But now 3 new measures that we then bring, what we say is very important. But before I go into those measures, one thing I just want to make clear, the third wave is more dangerous. It's all about the mutation of the variants of the virus. We talk about the Delta, which is the Indian variant, talk about the South African variant, the mutation of the variant of the virus is what is important here about the third wave. So we therefore be very serious about this. And one of the analysis made by the NACOVAT Salon is that the third wave would see a lot of hospitalization. What are they saying here? That is very symptomatic. Yeah, very symptomatic. Unlike the first and second wave, to a very large extent, we know say a very asymptomatic. In other words, they get the virus, they show symptoms. But this one, they lead to a lot of hospitalization rate. So here, we therefore take them very seriously. But as it stands, AAA, then country that we show today, we talk about the UK, Europe in general, we talk about USA and other countries then. What is important, what are the most important aspect at the stage right now is about the vaccination. I think what in NACOVAC, then therefore be very serious about now is about the vaccination program. We don't see the Sinopharm way provided by China. We don't see the AstraZeneca. They don't give you some dose system. We're going to country, but I'm not sure what in the vaccination data. How many people have been vaccinated? We want to know the result of that project. We want to know about those things. How much people then they're not willing, will not vaccinate. We want to know about those things. Those are the things then. Those are the serious issues then where the government therefore confirm or therefore concentrate on. Because the fact is that all those measures that we they talk about are measures that were only in existence. But are the people really complying with those measures? That's the question is what they ask. Most of those measures, I think, that will be only in place. Yeah? And we don't see WHO, and epidemiological data don't show see the third wave. It don't hit Africa. And that is quite serious. So this is why the most important and top aspect of the COVID-19 I will talk about is vaccination. Seriously, that's not the issue I will go over. And one important submission we make at AAA is about publicity on the vaccination. How much publicity government don't they make in terms of vaccination? Because we only see a lot of conspiracy theories and then they come up to salon. Yeah? Salon full of conspiracy theories. We don't see all over the world there are conspiracy theories. But in country, although there are conspiracy theories, but we don't see to a very large extent people that don't take the vaccination. Yeah? But in Sierra Leone, how the question we now cover for the acts now, how we be able to sensitize, how we able to convince the public for let them accept the vaccination program. I think it will be the top aspect of the top priority in the agenda. And the most important thing that they waiting for the discourse now. Yeah? Now, for dive into the measures then, or delve more deeply into the measures here, we see say the government come up with some measures. But the measures where interest me most is one. Let's start with number 5. Number 5 say from Tuesday now, yeah, which is next week Tuesday, yeah. The government, anybody who want to go to government ministry, na department and agencies, then you get a proof of at least one dose of COVID-19 vaccination. I think it's a good one. I must say a good number of the public will argue, say, we force people for accept or for take the vaccine. But the question is, this is therefore do with the public health. Yeah, it's has something to do with the public health. And more importantly, we don't want left behind the vaccination process. Believe me, in the next 1 year or so, countries then were not fully vaccinated or were not get a certain percentage. If you not vaccinate, that area didn't go mark as a red country. And it will affect economic activities in that country in terms of tourism, in terms of so many other things. So we no one left behind as alone in terms of the vaccination process. The countries them all over the world, they take vaccination now very seriously because no country, no one left behind in terms of vaccination process. Here in the UK, we see the UK, they put countries now the red list, amber list, and green list. So subsequently, the higher the number of cases, then the more likely the country is subject to the red, green, or amber list. So we don't want to be part of that. And that all comes to the number of vaccination where that country don't take. So this is why I agree with the fact that anybody who want to go to a public place now, or government building or ministry or department or agency, you therefore get a proof of vaccination. But the question is, how many doses of vaccination we don't get? As far as I last know, I think about 296,000. I don't know if I'm wrong. AAA, correct me. I don't know how many rounds of vaccination we don't get in that country there. Yeah. If people really begin to take the vaccination seriously, how many doses don't get? We also get a lot of promises. And now when you read the international stage, they talk about, donations program towards the poor countries. Then I think they're talking about millions of donations we never come in the country. So let's start for take them very seriously. I think that's a good one. Well, let us encourage people then, for take the vaccination. Then the other one. Again, they talk about the age vaccination program, where they not revised to 30 years. It's a good one. But we want to know the statistics. Yeah? The one that way they don't choose force. How many of them will they not take the vaccination? What are the record? What are the strategies in place? What are the compliance level? Those are the questions then we'll go for begin to ask. Those are the issues then where COVID-19 for begin to address. We're not for the talk about fake smart because those things they're not the work in the country. Vaccination, hand washing, all that thing, and the main office say, well, look at what happened where Leone Star qualified for the Nations Cup. Look at the amount of people that were in our street, including the president himself. No get marks, nobody don't care about those measures anymore. So that means no matter what, they are ineffective. So what is more important now, what we for President Kovac for do right now is about the vaccination program. That's the only way out. That's the only way out for the country. We are lucky that the full impact of COVID-19 has not been felt in Sierra Leone. It's in Africa, I would say. Yeah, as the hospitalization rate, as well as the death rate, it is quite low relative to the other advanced countries. We are very lucky with that. And then also, the measure, I think 14, it talk about fully vaccinated persons after 14 days of last dose of vaccination shall not be subjected to quarantine. What are they saying here? If you're a person where you don't take the 2 doses of vaccine, yeah, we know say for maximum protection you need 2 doses, yeah. After 14 days, where make the thing become very effective than your system. If you come in contact with person where then say you get the virus, they no go quarantine you. In other words, we will recommend ourselves will go, as long as you don't take the full dose, you will not be quarantined, no matter what. You will not be quarantined. Common sense will tell you that. But for those who are asking the question whether we would Komoya, still therefore, yes, you have to, because this now is like a general rule of thumb for now, where everybody will travel, whether you don't take the dose or not, you still therefore be tested. That is still in place. So to conclude this, AAA, the vaccination program is the most critical factor right now in our country. But all the other measures within the need, then go put them in place still. But with your own observation, with the public observation, what is the level of compliance? You think, say, people only observe those measures. Those measures are just in place, but they're not effective. They're not effective at all. So critically, NACOVAC therefore pay attention to strategies relating to how people Those are the issues we're going to talk about on radio now. How to encourage those conspiracy theorists to accept and discourage their own perception of the vaccination program. Those are the issues now where government, the public, for the talk about. Then finally, AAA, before I left, I just want to summarize quickly on the ACC and conclusion into the probe issues relating to payment to the office of the First Lady. We can quite remember, we don't discuss this in this program, AAA, where the African Express come up with the fact that the government they don't give money to the First Lady on so many things them we then believe to a very large extent are part of the corrupt practices in our country. Subsequently, we see ACCA being come up with a press release where they talk say when we investigate those issues, those concerns, going back to the last 14 years, where the former First Lady when Asia Kuruma been occupied that same office there. Yeah? A lot of people they ask the questions, why 14 years back? Why? What's the question? And to be honest with you, the conclusion where ACC come up with, not for something where new. It's not something the public may anticipate this conclusion. Then they ask the question, you feel say ACT were able they were able extradite the First Lady. If you say they all are responsible for what they accuse them for, it not go easy. It's not something you go believe it will happen. And this exactly now we'll get to that. Yeah? Let just show some few concerns, then I will hand over the floor. One of the interesting observations, one of the interesting submission by the ACC is that they say no specific law, no, we establish the First Lady for gear money. Yeah, but not something way conventional. In other words, not something where the public will accept over the years. Say them for give the office of the First Lady money for the expend, and for give them money for the spend. Yeah, for them to forget access to government money. They say law no did it, but nothing will really happen here. Does it mean that now make the ACC go back to the last 14 years to come bring this submission? See, for the last 14 years, what we don't see, law no they will establish the First Lady for access public money for spend for other things like travel per diems, projects and like state dinners, entertainment, and they say that thing will only happen for the last 20 years. But law no they will establish it for access that funding. That's not one of the submission we they make. Yeah? And the accountant general accept, say they don't give a lot of money to the First Lady. They not allocate a lot of money to the First Lady. Yeah? Now, the issue is, they say billions of leons. You mentioned that. Billions of leons. That means a lot of money where no one measure, where no one talk about. That's a lot of money where they don't want to talk about. But what interests me, this lot of money where they don't give to the president, to the present First Lady, as well as the previous one. They say billions of leons. Yeah, where they don't state amount. What interests me, they say when it comes on the expenditure side, yeah, whether it's prudential management, yeah, in relation to the Prudential Management Act, yeah, whether that money, whether they use them judiciously, whether they use them for the internet purpose, they don't talk about that. That is interesting. The money where they give, where say they go spend, and then project here, how you spend them, how much you spend, Did she spend the money wisely? Did she spend it judiciously? They're not telling you much about that. Yeah? And interestingly, they say with respect to specific payments made to the First Lady, William Fatima Bio, they say it do in compliance with Section 39 of the Public Financial Management Act 2016. That is all he said. That is to say, we all know, say, Minister of Finance and give him some window, some threshold. Say you can spend this money outside the budget for supplement certain ministries and all that. I don't know how much percentage. I think 1% or so of the budget. That is all they quoted. That is all they quoted. Now that part they quote, they say, indeed, yeah, Minister of Finance get right to give that money there to the First Lady for let the First Lady spend in other activity in some other activities there. That is all. They ain't qualified for get that money there. But whether that money they went and get, use them judiciously, use them wisely for the intended purpose is another matter, which has not been investigated. That's the interesting part we get. And then finally, with the analysis of ACC, then say, and we'll confirm, say, at this particular stage, there is no criminal responsibility. No criminal act has been established. But how can you arrive at that conclusion? Because when you say there is no criminal activity, you must have investigated whether the money where they give the First Lady has been used according to the intended purpose. But you not go to that for see how much amount of money, where they allocate what in the receipt we spend in terms of the girl child, how much money spent a year, it has not been established. And say, then we left her now the Auditor General. And so they say. Then you went on to conclude that there is no criminal act here. Look a bit suspicious. And more interestingly, for conclude AAA, when you look at recent trend, you see the amount of people that were in the convict. Yeah, mostly people that were, they within and confined. I mean, people that were then just not get higher power, if you know what I mean. That they weren't convict. This First Lady, investigation, it don't close. It's closed. We're ever going to that anymore. So to me, these investigations, they're questionable. And when you look at the investigation where they make to the members of parliament, and one of the interesting conclusions was that the ACC report say MPs did not use the money for the strictly prescribed purpose. They said that. So it means they go down investigate. For example, the money where they give them for the constituency fund, where they say let them go spend money for the office system or bill office or rent office. They say they don't use according to the intended purpose, by the prescribed purpose. So it means they go ask the MPs for submit receipt, submit document, I spend that money there. In this case, do they do that to the First Lady? Ask yourself that question there. Do they do that? I think I will be safe to say that this investigation is not conclusive to me. It's not conclusive. Because if you go to the MP, you ask them for can submit a receipt document for sure I spend that money where they due for the constituency fund for rent office. You don't count the receipt to don't establish say that money will give you for go spend at the constituency level. You don't use them for the intended purpose. The same should have been applied to the First Lady. So it means you get that equal power for exercise to that First Lady. But it has not been done. They say they will left her in the hands of the Auditor General. So AAA, I will stop here. Allow you a chance to other panelists. Then once more again, thank you very much. We missed the program. So we really appreciate we come back tonight, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Usman Toli. Thank you, sir, for your
Okay, sir.
time.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Yeah.
Well, that's Usman Toli in your submission for today. You were listen, no worry, you self get forget time for make your voice be heard. Make you come with doctor, make we hear waiting a get for we. Welcome on board, Dr. Isatuka Kejalo. You get the platform now.
Yes, hi, and good evening to everyone. Good morning to many others. Thank you to Usman Toli and to you for coming today. I understand a lot of people want to find you for the time we don't day out, but I believe it was for a good cause. We EBC many of we Sarah Network family for don't join the new opening or the launching of Sarah Network office and studios at 56 Campbell Street. We EBC na a big thing for Sarah Network and a good a development we on the in the works, and we are proud of Sarah Network for the new development, and the hope says they will continue for grow, and we want to say thank you to everybody we support this, and also to the staff, for this development, and we they hope say within the next few years we will see Sarah Network at a greater level than it is already. So we know say it big now or the online, the diaspora, but with the hope say that people within Sierra Leone go really see Sarah Network office, saying a place who said and go reach out, for when they need media coverages, when they need renting the space, as well as, different things and we Sarah Network they offer, now that building they, and if any of we family, Sarah Network family, please, if you happen to be in Sierra Leone, take your time, just go take a walk through the place, and see the work we do there, and we know say what we do now for salon, and we will continue for do greater things. The staff and the entire team are committed to really doing well. We can to this office location, and with the hope say the next challenge is not gonna be too far, meaning the next thing we the hope for Sarah Network not gonna be too far. For the one that will be attend, we April meeting, we'll do first Zoom meeting. If they recall, I've been mentioned, say, something is coming up within the next few months for Sarah Network. So it was these things that actually we were working on. And I believe, say, in life where you see a brother or a sister, we in a Sierra Leone and we work so hard, they get passion for the nation. And if you day in a place for make you support the work which you do, please do that. And I think that's where people like us came in and then try to join Sarah Network and feel like, Triple A gets so much passion for the country, and also you need people them for continue for support the work we they do. And as if we don't they do this all alone, I believe we can all embrace this as a family network to know that it's something that we can continue to work and improve more. So we want to say congratulations to Sarah Network, for coming this far all these years, and we wish Sarah Network all the best as they continue to grow in Sierra Leone and continue for voice, the try for cover stories them way people then they suffer in a salon. And I believe so they see that in from talk to the camera, with other things them at this radio platform, as well as many different things and get for the unfold now with this new development, or with this network we get for discover so many things. So we have something called Sarah Network Discoveries. It's going to have discoveries in different things that just look out. And if you haven't subscribed to that channel, please do so, and that way you go really see within they go on and the different things them will go to come up with. That brings me to today's summary really. For me, I just want to say, congratulations to Leon Stars, for this new accomplishments. We know say there's a long way to go when it comes to sport now we country, but I believe say waiting don't happen soon, a step in the right direction. And with that, we dey hope say Salon will continue for improve in areas them where we know say it will really help the country go forward. Sport now something, if a nation do well in sport, you can see that development, the impact the lives of the people. So we dey hope say Salon will do well in this Nations Cup, even though it's been 25 years, but not a good thing for Sierra Leoneans then for be proud of and for jubilate and also for go around town and really spread the news or spread the love. But while doing that, I think say we get issues them where we need for address we can to we health matters them, because narcovac, they do well in some areas, but I believe say then they give so many different mixed stories them as to when and why people have to follow measures. Why I say this, 1 minute you they see they don't lift ban, the next minute you don't see say them put measures them in place as to wear masks now, or we're gonna close this. It's you have to be consistent. If you really going based on the guidelines, by the health department or WHO and CDC, you want for try your best in all facets of your decision making for make you try for stick to things them where say even though people, whether they have vaccines or not, they should always try to wear mask. But that's something it's really not happening in Sierra Leone. Let's be honest with ourselves that these things, then they talk and say, yes, government offices that, yeah, we can see that because there are places that, this trip when I went, those are the only places you see people wear mask, and, for me, like there was a little bit of a fear. I mean, I'm not being get so much fear this time around compared to the time where I traveled in December, because this trip I honestly I was fully vaccinated. I try to follow the guidelines, with the CDC and then WHO. So with that guidelines, really where we do all know about now, that if you are fully vaccinated, you can go back to your regular, activities before the pandemic. But also don't forget, say when you don't get your vaccine, you get for wait at least 2 weeks for let you know, say you don't get immunity. That's not with your second dose of vaccine. So that's clearly stated, on the website for cdc.gov. If you really now somebody way get questions on these things, try for access these informations on these different websites and doing so. And also the other thing where CDC outline here is that it is a you do not need to get tested before leaving the United States unless your destination requires it. So that's where Sierra Leone falls in within, meaning you're gonna salo you for do the COVID test, make sure say you COVID negative. And also the other thing is if you don't come back now, out of these international countries, like you do not need to self quarantine after arriving into the United States, and you should still be tested, meaning you should still get tested 3 to 5 days after international travels. So that's required for people like us that just came. We're gonna be tested, just to ensure that there's a negative testing, even though we are fully vaccinated. So these not things and we people then get for keep in mind, and at the same time, get for try for wash and and do them best we can to mask wearing. And also here in the United States, different businesses then require people then for let them really wear masks, so wherever it's required, whether not a federal, state, local, tribal or territorial laws, rules and regulations, they require you, and some local businesses really do require people to wear masks. So the same thing I believe they apply now with country, but the myth as to whether COVID-19 don't, vaccine with people that they get, people that don't die, we need to get a clear understanding on that. I believe NACOVAC can go through these and see there was any reporting of side effects that really affected people, that were major concern. They need for make like the general public know so that the news will they get or waiting the people then go get, it go encourage them for take the vaccine. But we don't see some young people are actually getting their vaccine in Sierra Leone, and we will encourage people to do that because doing so we go only find a way in how we go end this pandemic, globally. So here in the United States, you can see there's a less of a fear with some people gathering crowds compared to how we were last year. So these are good news for the entire world. Scientists that don't work so hard, and we want to say kudos to all those that work in order to ensure that these vaccines are out there for people to receive. You know, and that again brings a lot of things about reinforcing laws in our country. We say things today and tomorrow we say different things, but we hope say that definitely go come to a past and people go embrace and understand say COVID-19 is there. Just because rampant or become too much of a problem now with country not mean say there's no COVID. There is. And also we don't see the cases then they rise, and that's why NACOVAC feels it and want to put another measures. But actually they lift some measures and try to keep certain measures consistent. Not they put say this today and tomorrow they say another. They confuse the general public and they don't know who to believe or what to follow. So hopefully with this then we'll continue for stay consistent as to waiting and they tell people them. And for those of you that, in the Sarah Network Charity Foundation WhatsApp group, no say we've been complete certain donations. Them also some people did watch this on Facebook while we were doing it. We reach out to this Susan's Bay 5 victims, them where we donate, 10 million leones to, and during that donation, the counselor be recommend say for give people them their money, individual because I'm bad name. So the coverage go come out, the coverage where we do go come out, and I go see where people then get their envelope, as well as the donation we will do in a cottage hospital, for the women's health department with gloves and vaginal speculums. These are things that were a concern for a particular physician. We felt the need, say we want for coming as a charity and for give your own support. But I believe there were certain things that were not too um welcoming, I would say, because for me donation, you don't need people to tell you that this is what you should buy or whatnot. If they don't bring something like a medical supply, you should be able to use it on the appropriate patient. But the voice or the statement that we get afterwards from whoever was representing them was that we could have requested for inventory as to what type of materials we should be buying, and making false claim that the government don't provide recent supplies. That is not true. The nurses and the midwives, that going through this, or the providers actually do suffer, as to not having enough supply. So that's not something I decide where maybe nobody would hear that happened at the end of the donation. But now something way been so frustrating to me. And also I felt like things like this would make me feel like we don't need to donate to this type of people, but it's not for them. There are hospitals that need help. So going forward, we're probably going to look outside of those type of hospitals as try to cover tracks to make it look like the government is doing something right, but that they are not. So that was something that really got to me in this particular donation, because I was present, and actually I had to deal with that situation and made it known that for fact our country do not have proper healthcare system, and these things are lacking. And that said, we also been do donations them with AAA nine being do them presentations and they to the elderly at Ross Road, as well as the Epilepsy Association, within Arokupa. So we will get media coverage, then we will come up for Leona go see the entire event. And for the Sarah Network Charity Foundation family, I'm currently actually working on the the spreadsheets, which I will share with the group, hopefully, at the end of tonight or tomorrow. But other than that, I want to say, let's continue to do well for our nation. There's a lot to be done. Salon really need help, and we see, some videos and with Triple A show, way it is streamed, these blogs, you can see, say, we country, we really need a lot of help and going out there making other people think that salon has grown. I don't see that. I haven't seen that, especially in that. I don't know if not Duff Cut, then Color Movie, they're going to Susan's Bay, but that road, look at it. You just ask yourself, how can people live in this type of deplorable conditions? So it's really makes you sick seeing it. But you know what? We love Sierra Leone and we'll continue to love Sierra Leone and we'll continue to work hard for our nation in order for us to do well in society. So I go left and aso today and happy Sunday tomorrow, everybody. We'll see you next week. Thank you. I'll talk to you next week.
Thank you very much, Dr. Isatuka Kejalo.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, that's Dr. Ion's submission for today. We talk a lot from the office in launching, the opening of Sarah Network office to all the things them we do in a salon. He talk about the dove cut. You'll be the what you know. The side we get to me, that dove cut, and that man will be the seller braid. We put the braid on top of the poto. Hey! Then we see how they can, they try to move the bowl. Now the inside the bowl, now they put the bread. The isam. And I don't know, is he going to put it back on his head? Hi, Daddy God. I think we get a special program. And then a doctor, you ever get a special program for talk about hygiene to we people then, because like the poto because rain be the calm that the rain be just calm. The poto did the and I did the people then put the markets them back. Like I know see some people will say people they candle like I was no I was not ready for that. Not that if the place be dry, I for be calm down out of the car talk to few market people. But my dear, that place was not welcoming. Like out Usfriend, make we waiting Usfriend get for we. Yes, Usfriend, welcome on board. You get the platform, sir. Yes, Usfriend, you get the platform, sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yeah, all right, sir. Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A, for your good job we don't go do, and all una hard job. Una don't try for restructure, what you try for do, and una look for develop this network. Yeah, so and una your project. So we're going to continue for help una. Regarding, I'm not going to go too much in that. Regarding the issues that would happen in the salon for the week, I go on for look inside this issue of mortal man and behavior we don't cause in terms of political aspects and how the politicians, then we would and the govern, the behavior who they put up, what they call the eclipse. In other words, thing we know we will see through dim lights, they see through. How that one they don't affect but putting them. We don't reach from half of the thing that now we don't mention tonight, we don't happen the past and waiting with the try for look what they go before. And but waiting again, I try for look into that one day now. Now, the waiting the politicians, the strategies, they wouldn't they put, wouldn't they say, let we get success. And waiting would they get success from? You look at the health and now they look at many issues that how the health sector were able to go, how mortal man they were able to access, what is the need for access, how electricity they go, how network will go, the internet, all those kind of things. You go see how this development therefore take place. So the first one I want to look like the one way I feel say how the people and behavior politicians them it don't cause some problem the how the civilians they get for look at things and then behavior look at an issue where they will say like Leon Stars they don't win, Leon Stars don't go play and they don't get for win and qualify. And then we will see again since how the masses interpret this based on what politicians and come up for council. But again, you go get for look and say that aspect there. Let me take an example of what happened there. You will look say the strategies where politicians and they put in terms of what you get, the fund where you get, how you go put into development, how you go disburse them among the one that where they do their job they do for say, oh, this is a ministry or this is a sub organization or this is a kind of an office when a part of this office. How I will able to give them funds in relation with what the country gets and what the people they need. So those are the areas, the strategies. Then you go say, I get this fund there, how you go do them? Or me don't sponsor this person here, the fund where I go take from international, I go do them. Now you go see the football. The president will say, okay, he invest on the league for develop this. Then you go look at it and say, well, now this is the fund. What team manager for do the strategy for develop this? Then you come to the team manager, you come to the FIFA, you get all these organizations there now. What thing they get for do with that particular thing? If they be sit down, they not be go pick team. Then go na football. Person get injury. I don't know who that for put. Like try the left man, let's go this side, this man, he will run the midfield. Those strategies that you say the Lord did, because he don't want to take this particular idea now, say they don't put Premier League football and they do the play put and with it. But if you not put that particular idea to your own way for like you know get victory. So you go see say the victory way now say you know something get. You go see say the formation and the strategy they put up. You go see. So you can't have to waiting the politicians there, then go do like watching fund where they go take now. You know the politicians now, like that manager, he take the fund where you put, he make a strategy footballer and do this. You get for thinking how I go able for do this resource or waiting I will bring for Lego help. That bring me to the area where we don't pass for some weeks now. This area one this Black Johnson. And you know say the country we don't know say the water we get now water where rivers and they run through. We know see water we don't get clean boyanda people and they use them, we get space, we get geography, we show sign outside, then we bring people like that survey and look at the things there. Then you go start to think say we look into waiting that this disaster management team be able for efficiently do this. Hello, carry on, okay. Okay, okay, all right, sir. So, like, what I try for talk about, like the area of the Black Johnson, waiting at the individuals, them development ideas when they put the disaster management team, I will talk about way then get a variation in contracts because then get a particular body when a private body when they look into anything they are waiting at the problem with the development. I mean, in terms of the hazardous problem with the water they give, but because of the contracts they are variable, they're not able to put them together for see now we get the strategy we go apply so that some people they go put hand pan will cause problem because we know say the water if in that area they find out say the color of the water and the sand is different. Why? Because the estuaries them one of the rivers they can't join that area then they come with fresh water and that area they have salt water they can't mix. When the salt water they mix the fresh water they mix with the salt water it cause the water for become darker. So now for that area the sand it look darker. But all those kind of areas, what see they affect again? It affects most times if you contain the flora. It would not say when you get forget those kind of things, what you get for happen? Traffic get for day with the boat them. And what in the traffic they affect in both movements because they get for make a harbor. It affects the forage, also the forage. The things they will grow there will go useful. Sometimes are there the beds, the river bed they then will get for reduce. So you they get some Bokusi products and will get for affect. And what in that can affect again? It affects also the level of CO2. They increase the water because the work they go this. But all these areas like the development management team get for look into this because we get rivers they will be flowing where they come inside. That water where they come from the soil, the fresh water, it will always stay on top because it's not heavy in density. The one when the soil water is heavy because it gets salt. So in the under, so that area they now for that the movement of animals and other things and then you even go then when you go get that that shack or that something where you dey get for stream because of the availability of the things and this. So you not gonna know what thing that get for affect. A lot of things, I'm not going to go into them, but you try for see waiting now the strategies where politicians they give, then they try for bring a kind of eclipse. The eclipse they can to the passional way. Waiting me look or waiting me want forget from this, or at this time party, I want forget this person the contrast. People then go to question all this, or na something we go get for help, or na something where I just they try for do for the moment, like go get a capital for do other thing. So all those kind of things they try for asking, then get a kind of strategy where then go able for see, then go able for put something for them go market something. That market is strategy. And in a passion, if you put it like a national race, you will put them in a good way wherein you see say like kind of a competition where you try to bring up, but a competition, the strategy is what you acquire, the fund what you get, or what you put up for let you do, so that development they go able come up from what you able for put together, and for let the people then go able for say that this I go able for get from waiting the people and don't come. I mean, we don't put for the people and go get. Not to just the moment where they go. That side, I'm not going to go into that too much. The other area I want to just talk about the health and the vaccine. The vaccine, I believe, the problem with the people and they get now, where like Dr. be talk about now, because of this artificial intelligence where they disturb people and because of the myths, because it gets a sector of people, even who say they are sick, now in the affect people and the way they look at them, beginning from 5G, then go saying at this, then go saying at this, so they get different ideology then. But the point for say the vaccine, they make them for like chlorine for that this, it quite far from it. The only good thing now where they try for place say it will happen, so the people they will get for understand first the vaccine in good one, what they make them, because they say mRNA in a message. That message when they go inside your cells, they go change you, clone you. No, now the same method and they don't use. Now just the people and they use strategies and they find ways. They don't get on the 5G and commodity and they can't find this. So you can make a follow up of waiting the health public health show you. WHO don't do something when they try for help now, because the population of the world right now they know now 7 billion up to 8 billion. And then we'll get population in Africa, we have 1.2 something billion people then. So in try for this, the help when they try for help with the vaccine availability is small for us because of something where they actually go on what they call the intellectual property protection. People that already produce them property or then chemistry or then vaccine, then get what in, then they try for protect their own vaccine. They know they try for give them out so the world they try for secure their own active ingredients when they call pharmaceutical active ingredients when they use that formula they give them. So now in the world back and WHO try for help see, let them try for cut down that license day. In other words, let them make an API waiver, the IP waiver. When they waive them, countries them like Egypt, Senegal, other countries in Brazil, they will begin to make the vaccine themselves with other things and what they use for produce, what they combine with that vaccine day. So then therefore realize the vaccine production is something very genuine. So not for saying they try for do something for kill policy or that thing, not just the source, we're not able to know if a laboratory leak or a zoonotic something. Don't get me back. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, about the vaccine for help people them, like one day they promote for understand what's in the vaccine. I mean, what's in and what's in for do. Like the people they want to be streamed and they still want to stream them. There's like when they ask questions, see, they promise them for give a token for do this. So then we'll try to disperse the money. Send the presidential task force. And therefore know how they will work with that other task force. So people then no go get the eclipse of things no go day always. That's what they're trying to talk about. The way people they do things, the way people they will able to foresee. You see, so that they will understand, they see through. Not with the own behavior for something I want to take a revenge from this, or I don't know something come out like the NRM they don't get what they call a consent judgment. They don't put case and come back with this. So all those kind of things, therefore, try for come out now politics say, let we left this resentment, let we left this, I think they want to make the public enough for it. We see what's in the happen, let we try put things in structure, we will able to go before. So some things and they will not go make the sentiment. The sentiment, it will they left. Tomorrow I want to do this, pass this for paying this because of doing this. They try look at strategies who will help Salon for go before. Thank you very much for giving me the platform. And I hope that the one day who did before, the God will let me listen and understand. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
Yeah. Welcome, sir.
Yeah. Well, we want to say thanks to Usman Toli and to Dr. Aissatou Kakejalo and also to Usfriend Kamara for their own submission today. I see Sama Kuyatebe ask the tell are gonna dove cut if they give me bonya. I think that the video on I share, they're not give. And this is for real though. It's for real. Like the first time I asked for bonya and tell me say they don't even know when last day you hear that kind of word. That's not the same way I buy. What was that? I think that the onions, the yabas. From there, I buy the lettuce. I ask for bonya, they say bonya no dey. From there, I buy the Chinese. Even the one where they sell the Chinese, I ask for bonya. Instead say bonya no dey. So before, when you go to market, when you ask for bonya, I like one small one. Then they ibande for you. Also salon don't they know. Now they say bonya no dey. And not to even pamplay. Because they know they put on. Because if they put on, you go say, okay, no, nah, just fun, but then they put on there. From where you see the first person tell me, say they don't know where last they hear that word day. So it look like I for say, na me no usai apula word day now. Bonya. But anyway, bonya no dey again as salono. In case you dey like me, where they look for bonya, you go to salon now. Bonya no dey again. Yeah? Hey, I don't know why bonya no dey again at salon. And they are serious about it. So me asking for bonya, I was on my own. I'll be there on my own now and then. But it's in the way I buy. Fresh. Fresh one back home. But I am a salon. Bonya done. Let's come with Tony Ture Jones. Make we hear what's in he get for we today. Yes, Tony, welcome on board. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, fumble them on a kushe kabo been a while, and also now they do well and everything. One for say big thank you to Abraham and Doctor for na relentless efforts and contribution on the get to Mama Salon because when create the platform at least people in the way they contribute and believe in your ideology and which one I believe in able for contribute and make us self create on our own impact. Let the charitable organization and SNR create that kind of leverage there in the life of people that will become more be very vulnerable. I feel say that for be the spirit and that we already live wherever part we they live and that we for able for translate now different corners they will come out. If we're able to do them things and with different areas then where we come out, definitely. Hello, you get me? So a lot of things them way, a lot of gaps them way we they see because I tell you, government's not able to do everything. Governments have never been that kind government the way they know they go provide everything for people the way they need. Now only when people then fill those gaps, who say if you say because made a move with Nigerians and Ghanaians. I see that kind of way the way they do they take up developments at the different regions then because then considering the population size large and not so everything. But if one of they think of them thing and they wanna they do, let God bless you and let God continue for keep this charitable organization and provide more funds. And I mean there is a bigger opportunities out there. Probably one day then go contact you and say we'll see our network me don't they do then see I'll partner with them for But I go to the other issues them we have to say make headlines this week. One Leone Star game where we know say been a while. We don't shout now, we don't talk, we don't this. Me always say football or sports now visible exports. If you compare other African countries, like the Ivory Coast, the Ghana, the Nigerians, you see foreign-based players, them professionals that we don't play elsewhere. The money they wouldn't generate, the foreign exchange. Some yes, they invest them at their continent. They some them they chip them back home. And when you invest in sports, it bring much more needed revenue foreign exchange. Because let's say for example, you get over 15 players that already playing at top leagues then at the world where they pay good money. They will then pay them their money then they come vacation. Same like they are with all they go. Then they invest their money then they sell for their family. Then they do so more foreign exchange they come into the system, not only on football. So one for say kudos to the president. You can't take this from him. He's so passionate. Probably in that side, God puts his own wisdom for make football or make sports go develop. But with the bigger, make you use that same expertise there and with other ministries. And it's very important because we believe in motivation and what's in call where Igi say if I win this game, when I go get this, when I win this, when I will get this good package, it motivates the team, it motivates everybody because if you know say this thing what they go for, now this is not the prize we earn, definitely they give you all, they give you best. You understand what I mean? We've seen players then we don't go, then they represent saloon and go then come, then begin fed for them per diem, then go begin fed for them this. Even the Kai Kamara, I go tell you. But Kutanki then they travel back Canada, then country the way then they play, they're not even giving them money. But this one, a different ball game. So we found out, say, if they're able to fill some of those gaps where they know, say, make the players and not they become committed into the national team, make them do it. Now, then they go make people that know we country. That's fine. But with the big other areas, and the way very, very important, where you can use that same ability, that same wisdom, they for motivate some of them, their workers, and definitely we'll be able to see mileage in Boku things and what they cry for now. I know I listen because we don't tell the name that thing and they will not the most pressing needs the whole need in the salon. Then we go to the audit ACC the reports. Mimi no say definitely nothing that they come out of that day. So excuse me 1 second, I just think what's up, please. Mimi no say nothing will come up here and because basically we all know we society where we live. We know when they see ACC for tickets, people that way at the top, people that way they will win a salon and come out with anything where they against them. Everything always they favor them. So basically, this is not a learning cover. I feel so we can forget integrity. Because the main thing we make with this, so we make we not the forge ahead that kind of way. Now because everybody we not they blame only the politicians. People don't have integrities where they all start in public offices. People not get the integrity. When it comes to integrity in a salon, you understand that the thing and the way lack because most of the institutions the way for fees for fair, so for able to prosecute some of them people the way they do their things and those institutions they're not they even look at those institutions and they was man totally mentioned about something say they run after small things and something the way in audit we can call way not material, we not even will create any significant change or greater risk in audits. Then they chase. Now they can see they make noise, pull public notice, pull this, pull that, because they know say these are small fish who they know say definitely they're going to get conviction over. But those big ones who are the chunk where they deprive a lot of people, there's nothing wrong in giving resources to the first lady. There's nothing wrong with that because it has been a practice we don't go, it's an historic thing. But what would they have for say there must be that transparency. Let be transparent in some of the things that we do in a salon. If we don't get transparent see in plenty thing that they do in a salon, it will affect you. Then consider how they live, then go to called checks and balance. You not just they spend money, you not just they live and kind of life they do. Even Donald Trump, the time where they in power. If you go Mar-a-Lago, that place where you're in Florida, when I in you, if they go there spend money, it ain't in the public domain. They're not the identity. Whatever things the way they spend, it ain't because there is checks and balance. We not then consider the way we do all the money they work with government that they use and they're not they sweat for them. Now donor money, grants, this, that. So when they come, then they spend a 50 for because they don't sweat for it. It's just like somebody who you say you didn't know how you suffer for it. You know how you spend money prudently because you know say this and they suffer for it. It's like if I'm going to send for a salon, it go chill. Small back again, for give map, you send out more money for them. So most of the things that what they see now with society, they like it. They because they know say when they build map, money they come, so they become complacent. They don't they think out of the box. I mean, now you make it fantasy. There's so many gray areas where for them for tap into, but because we just sit down complacently, we they wait for grants, and you see, then he's so happy when the money can come. You go see another money don't come, $100 million. Another this don't come. You understand? So they were so in that jubilant mood that they're confused. Then they use their money and instead of they use then direct them funds into development. Things that were sustainable because diverting those funds to development. Now one thing, if how sustainable some of those things then, how viable are they? How can we the people them where they don't they go able benefit from their money? This light show they cry from donkey years. If we take the money the normal, we don't go salon, we not grants. If subsequent governments or government the way they now say that money how they receive, we'll take all this money, no give the Chinese, let them bring power for we. Let we power. This one green country, this one no country. If salon be powered, we don't go to see them high taxes because definitely because we have only few companies, few industries where they operate. Now them the government that them they suffer because they are very few. So they want to pull all the money from them. Why if we get the enabling, you create that kind areas and the way are in power day, this day, everything day, proper system in place, proper structure day in place. You don't need for make you begin to harass few because you get plenty in the ingenious businesses the way go spring up. Even with education, even we hostels. How many hostels the way you go not just from when the colonial master they left, where them with education authority at the non-bill. It's not lip service. Even private college, even Mitimagai, even Jala, all these colleges there where they left them, put local teachers college, McKinney, this, that, all the colleges. The same hostels, them where them people that they left those years. Now the same, nothing added. But every year you see they allocate funds, they allocate millions, you go see them go to parliament, they approve. We cannot just think out of the box. If we improve our education system, we go make more people that we go care for educate. Now Nigeria they're in a crisis. They're in a serious crisis. Now you get a lot of Nigerians, big man, they will get money. They are sending their kids to Ghana for good school. There is nothing wrong if Salome gets a proper system, proper education. When in those days we get up, you see, even the Gambians they come salon, even Nigerians they come salon, other people they come salon. If we have to go back to the drawing board and scrutinize and find those loopholes, like just like how the president do in this football, we know say okay, now this they make Leo stand up they qualify, make her address this issue, make her do this issue. You go see it on over, but you can't get education at junior staff or administrative staff the way they do the job all day then they strike. You know, say this now the thing we make them they strike. You need for give them, you know they give them. But when the parliamentarian they will just they knock table, they pass bad laws the way they affect we the masses, but not really for approve and give them whatever way they want. The people that were meaningful in our society, when are they plenty, when are they therefore satisfied, you left them, let them they suffer. Then the ones that were not relevant, you approve their own money because it's make now then they all the one they say all the one they say they pass laws the way they make they protect themselves with all their money out in this because most of their money out in this. If we have checks and balance na salon man, their money out the cancel na salon man. We don't forget about water crisis. We don't forget about lights. We forget about all the subsequent governments are not the only people burdened on these governments, but governments we don't come and go. You understand? So with the big governments, we not say yes, the president's passionate about sports and everything, but do you deal with Mr. President? That same energy, that same motivation that we get, we put in football. Use that same day, or just use 50%. and go to them ministries them. We're very important, we're key. We're going for build a brief economy. Go there, go visit them, listen to their pain, ask the minister, they sit down with them. Waiting make this minister not they perform. Try for deep down and let you know waiting are the challenges because most of these institutions, most of these areas, they need like health or whatever, they have issues. But they can't come out and say it because wait a minute, everything na salon when you grab and say something, you go lose job, you go lose your job. Because wait a minute, job they not boku. Then you grab one for speak out say now so na the challenges there. Now so na the pitfalls there we get. Definitely the you, boss or your authority when they above you, if you say you are for pulling waste now do, you are for this and that. So people they afraid for speak, they sit down, then they watch then they watch feature film with me small they wait for let's say SBS can play feature film 10 o'clock for now look now go sleep. Now so the people they sit down no more now. All now just sit down they wait for feature film. After the feature film, they watch, they go sleep. Next day topic, waiting can follow, we discuss. That's what the country they are now. Because everybody they say, you talk, they say you are green, you talk, then go say you are red, they talk, they go say with the debate. Mr. President, there are a lot of problem they waiting at the country. Let you take that same energy, use that same synergy there, go down to other ministries. They were very, very important. Health, education, power. When I key, people don't they cry for always. Look what Salo. Look, internet service. What it is Salo? You're not able to spend nothing. So imagine you not a local indigenous. Assume you not me an international businessman. You go for go invest. How frustrated that would be. So tell me what you go be review at the end of the day. You go even frustrate other business people who want to go down to Sierra Leone. Say, don't go down to Sierra Leone because it's a whole mess. It's a whole mess when it comes to connectivity. And most of these companies, they can't do without connectivities. You understand? That's my meal take Abraham. Thanks for having me. I mean, thank you very much, you and doctor, for very good job on they do in a salon. I mean, I've got no more going to bless you now.
Thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome, Abraham.
Yeah. That's not Tony to Jones in your submission for today. You already listen, yourself get opportunity now for make your voice be heard. You can call 232-78990991. That's now on WhatsApp. 232-78990991 on WhatsApp. Or you can call 1-646-610-3107. 1-646-610-3107. Direct. Not on WhatsApp, on a direct. Or you can call 44-739-803-0402. Direct. 44-739-803-0402. Direct. Or you can call 646-610-3107. But for WhatsApp, 232-78990991. The phone lines them open now. If you want to be a part of the program, you get the opportunity now for call. If you be so that address everything, well, I guess it's fine. Make you come with this caller. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and no side the call from, please.
Good morning, Triple. I'm Alpha Live in Kenema City.
Amara Alpha from Kenema City. You get 5 minutes, sir. What thing you get for it today?
In the first place, let me say plenty thank you to the management staff of Serial Network Salon for the good programs them, for the opportunities them, for una contributions them within we country. You know, we appreciate una effort so much. And I'm also happy because I discovered that una get press almost all over Freetown. I hope say not go only be limited into Freetown, but it will go right across the country so that the right information could be given to people outside there. Straight to the point, we know say I don't listen to various speakers then or the panelists then. But one thing we get for say and that presidentbio no can just undertake short-term development. When I make presidentbio, anytime we talk, they say sustainable development and can implement in this country. And we also they see so like we that they go on, then they no secrets, no mistake, and again for develop this country, again for change the bad narratives of this country to the right direction. Yes, we talk about the ACC, but this triple A, this not a secret. Una say una dey outside this country, you know. I hope say una dey observe the hard working first lady ever this country don't produced. I mean, we not want this year from the previous government until only His Excellency Madam Fatima Bio. I mean, you know more don't begin for deliver a lot of things in this country. We see hands off our girls. No corner no left where this woman no go for go do the right things. We also see the free sanity distributions. No sign no in this country where this woman no go. And the last time we me can ever remember na be Kailan where it last for do and hard working in terms of free sanity distribution. All right. Say ACC don't do investigation. If ACC not find one thing, so what they do. I mean, I don't think so whether we should get question on that, right? But we think say nobody know to utilize Shalom Copper for now. Say you know get document to the effect because those days has gone. We never remember that one day. We talk about Leon Star. Of course, yes, we don't flame him, we don't categorize him, politics, we don't put her into politics. Of course, yes. President Biotoka say, na him be get the kill. And Doka will the kill back for, unlock the kill. That is obvious. We see from 2018 to date, the kind motivation away President Bio they give football in this country. And that alone, they create unity among we. Nasser Leone. Let me remember we, Leone Star be the play with Nigeria. We see the momentum we be in Africa. Likewise, we Leon Star, Benny for play with Leon Star and Freetown. We also see the momentum in Freetown. Likewise, also where they don't go Guinea, where they don't play there. We see the kind, obstacles where Leon Star be get. We all as Sierra Leone, especially if Freetown, we not be happy. But at the end of the day, one thing, God Almighty Allah, we all they worship. You know, they be anything to bad things. The Guinea, honestly, to be frank with Una, Guinea people are in Sierra Leone, we like everybody. But sometimes people are not like we, you know. The kind of things we happen with Sweden and Guinea. But thank God, God proved them, it proved Guinea wrong, it proved Benin wrong. We for appreciate. And President Biode supports football in this country. We for appreciate, I will not for the kind of. And not only football, President Biode support. In support for make sure see this country development and the right across, you know. Don't see the fact, you know. You know, go like today. But it proven well to it. So because it don't take 3 months, I know they come online due to certain reason, I don't come back. And I will make sure say, we contribute immensely, to this program. And as I say, in free time, not to Sierra Leone. You reporters them for go right across the country. I see the one them, Ministry of Information and Communication, this part of still. It was live and it was clear. Thank you so much, Triple.
Am I Alpha okay case? Why they tongue I look for you and not see you? But wait no more.
Well, it was unfortunately where you be there, Peter. One morning I see you na Watalo side, but unfortunately I be pass for go Kailan. And that very morning it's like I be there on convoy so that I'm not able to talk to you. So it's really unfortunate. I'm so sorry for that, you know.
Alright, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Triple A.
Yeah. I see people they ask who than am I Alpha. If you don't dey follow, you go know who than am I Alpha. Am I Alpha na alias 7030. If you know it in a 7030, well then you know who that na Amara Alpha. But hey, it's Sarah Network. Everybody get right to your opinion. And nobody no gets monopoly over waiting people is. As long as you know disrespect the next person, please. We'll get right for say what we want to say. Yes, caller, you live on here. You name and who the call from, please.
Yeah, this is no Mike from Philadelphia.
Yes, Mike, you get 5 minutes, sir.
Yeah, welcome back, Triple A.
Yes,
long
sir.
time. Yeah, I just want to tell you and Doctor, thank you very much for the contribution on Aduna Salon. You know, you very needed. You know, although they give on a headache now, not cottage, but they need anything they need. You know, I know it's a propaganda business in the part, but we will continue for help. We say we able. I just want to remind people again. I've been telling a long time ago, but this, anti-corruption, ACC, when I've been Kefala. Nothing no they come about nothing yanda. Okay. Everybody they're all fake. They don't investigate nobody what meaningful in that country. The small people they know what they go after. I don't know what they need to do. So me, I don't really care about anti-corruption again. I don't even know if they exist in that country. I don't really too care about that. But I just want to say something to President Bio. Until you say you get the key for Leon Star, well, let open the key for the country, let unify the country. This is a better opportunity for him for let unify the country because the country divided. You know, I hope say go do that. But once again, everything a politics business. And I want to say to the team, to the Leon Star team, kudos to Una, kudos to the coach. I know say Una suffer very hard, in that checkpoint day. Kudos to Una, we appreciate Una. But I want bust everybody in bubble. The team is not that good. I know say all they celebrate, you happy, we glad for them, but the team is not that good. Okay. So I hope say they work on, developing the team and more ball possession and let the team let them develop. The country need more football academy there. Let begin develop the young one there small from where they're small, so we're able to develop a better team and a better player than at the country. Not for just Leon Star no more, where Leon Star grab, then we all support. But the grassroots they're within at the country, say that they will begin bring up, so we're able to develop whole national team there and the country itself. And I know say Boku thing and they go on a salon, Boku hardship there. Unabia, now the change you wanna vote for, me not depend on propaganda or support any other party, but now the change you wanna vote for. If not a good change, wanna go do something 2023. But if una like what I see so, wanna continue with that. But I just want to say kudos to una, and Salon, wanna stay strong, Yeah. Main contribution, Andy.
Thank you very much, Mike. Let's see for the miss any other calls. 5 more minutes to close the line. Five more minutes, the line close. It's Saturday, everything goes. I don't say people, I really say we get quite a number of people we joined today after a long time, so now we were there back Monday. Full fledged. We're back. It happened we address just like that. It is alone. Visit we in 56 Campbell Street, second floor. You go see we signboard today. Second floor we did it. We self get studios now in a salon. It's an interview day. We get for playing God's willing down the road. You see, you're waiting with anticipate for gets in a salon. But network is here to stay. In the factual information now they give. I can tell you we never apologize. Because we're not just a talk show. Before we talk, we know say to something in our first can talk, something in our last can talk. But no matter what, we're there. To all the one that will not replace me, I love Una, yeah? Una will be there replace me with your case. All the one that will be there replace Tripoli. We see Tripoli don't go salon. They don't go look for love or that side. Una don't get case. I go tell me village people. And that's what Una do. And they call name. You will be getting intention say for replacement if you get case. Forgetting that kind of intention. You'll be old the photo, she don't bam. Say no. Ibadi bati. And they see where they drive around, they show we places. You'll be looking around one day. Wahala already. But you'll be saying, not to them place and the way they show one for see. I talk one for talk. So you know they I go find love other side. Who get case? Get case. So by one back. It's no more. But the phone lines are closed now. Now we go lock everything for today. We'll try for recalibrate and get ourselves into the mood. You see how the panelists scatter things today. That's what you don't always they do. And when things again for calm we get for make we talk we experience in the salon. We go there. Now one of my doctor give you so gist now. I left so. Salon. Salon sweet. That's all I could say. Because if you vex per salon, you vex the dawn. If you vex per salon, you vex the dawn. Eh? Elle est au lek salon, ya? Faut lek alors prefer, ya? Because you know it's you. Trust me. Easy, yeah? Okay, Matthew, no, we don't begin calling him. Finally, I don't see. Alright. Don't begin calling him. And that's so. Anyway, we'll go there back on Monday. Then I hope if I can give you spot updates, but he got caught up. So, low guarantee. Can get beaucoup for can't tell about Leone Stars. Then they say AFCON 2021. Some man they say AFCON 2022. They want confuse me. But me I need to talk it. Because from even the Slaffer page, now AFCON 2021, then they talk about. And you feel to be confused though. Now left and so no more. You welcome today. Welcome. Na ya na Sierra Network. Na ya na salon. Eh? If you look for Lunge Bridge, you know go see him. But if you look for the bridge, eh? For bridge the gap between diaspora and Sierra Leone, we don't be like that. Judge Kamal say for pay people on time, they motivate them for show up to work as well. Hey. Oh. Okay. Oh. Même Zobi Safase, he say Happy Father's Day to all the dads them. We love you. He say Happy Blessed Father's Day. Yeah, tomorrow. Okay, but tomorrow we rest. On Monday we'll come back. Tomorrow we'll join AYV on Sunday, if any. Father's Day. Okay, what song I will come play now? I need to sing for Papa Sefos. So, Papa staying myself. I say for friend, Father's Day song. Hey, Mama don't take all thing, yeah? Hey, friend and self. People literally left here. Triple A. They go. Matthew, no be self one for say. Happy Father's Day to all our brothers then. Happy Father's Day. And you say Happy Father's Day to the real dads then. To the one then we ne. Yeah. That's the music. No. I make my MLK say the experience we get from music. Who said that you didn't sing for Papa? Imagine I say triple A because I don't take too much. He said no go give Bonya. You see then they give Bonya na salon. Huh? The people then tell me say don't tell them either word today. I was like, what? And I say yes. I don't see. When I hear that word today. Anyway, I'll do this one. We are back on Monday. Thanks to everybody. We still believe in we take part. You will come listen because we get quite a number of people. Yeah? We go there back on Monday till we meet again. Triple A. Ta-ta.